If you had to buy every tool in one tool set, it would cost a fortune, so I really like these tool sets. The question is that $70 set just as good as a set that costs $300? Well, let's find out. In the first test, we'll compare the performance of the wrenches. Then we'll test the working arc swing and the failure load of each of the ratchets. Finally, we'll also compare the strength of the adapters. At a price of only $70, the least expensive tool set we'll be testing is made by Amazon Basics. All the tool sets we'll be testing have a 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2-inch drive tools. It's a 2-in-1 piece mechanics toolkit and socket set. One of the first factors to consider when buying a tool set is whether or not the tools inside the set stay in the proper location. I had all the tool sets mailed to me, and Amazon Basics actually didn't do too bad with only 6 pieces out of place. The Amazon Basics ratchets have around 72 gear teeth. The first row includes 1/4-inch SAE and metric sockets. The middle and top rows include 3/8-inch metric and SAE sockets. There's also a very limited number of 1/2-inch drive, SAE, and metric sockets. The kit also includes a pretty narrow selection of 1/4-inch and 3/8-inch drive sockets. If you buy this tool kit, there aren't enough wrenches, and you'll definitely want to augment this tool set with a good set of wrenches. It does include a 1/4 and 3/8-inch extension, but no 1/2-inch extensions in this set. The largest hex keys are 1/4-inch and 6mm, which leaves out larger sizes needed for many car repairs. Overall, it is a fairly well organized tool set, but there's a lot of wasted space and some missing basic tools, as we're about to find out. There's no information regarding where the tools are manufactured. Tool weight is sometimes an indicator of quality and value, and the Amazon Basics weighs 16.57 pounds. Let's see if the Amazon Basics tool set has what it takes to drain the fuel out of this small engine as well as replace the spark plug. The Amazon Basics has 2 options for the fuel bowl with a 10mm wrench and a ratchet and 10mm socket. Unfortunately, the spark plug wrench is too small and there aren't any sockets large enough to remove the spark plug. So the Amazon Basics definitely fell short on this one. At a price of $138 is this Vevor mechanic tool set, which includes 450 pieces. Allen keys include up to size 1/4-inch and 6mm. Surprisingly, the Vevor does not include a 10mm wrench. However, it does include sizes 11 through 17mm. The ratchets have around 72 gear teeth. The top tray includes 1/4 and 3/8-inch ratchets and extensions. Socket sizes 4 to 14mm and 3/16 to 9/16. Deep well sizes include 12 to 19mm and 3/8 to 7/8. Includes a selection of 6 and 12-point sockets. The bottom tray with the Vevor did struggle quite a bit with 22 pieces out of place. The bottom tool tray includes mostly 1/2-inch drive sockets, a ratchet, extensions, and adapters. And the Vevor is made in China. And the Vevor is pretty heavy at 40.9 pounds. To drain the fuel, the ratchet and the socket are both located in the same tool tray. However, there's no 10mm wrench with this tool set. To remove the spark plug, the ratchet and the extension are located in the same tool tray. Since there isn't a correct spark plug socket, we'll have to make do with the deep socket that's located on a different tray. At a price of $150 is this 297-piece Cobalt set. Unfortunately, the Cobalt set is missing full-size wrenches. It's also missing the adapters and universal joint. The largest size for the Allen wrenches is 1/4-inch and 8mm. 1/4 and 3/8-inch extensions. All the ratchets are located on the top area of this toolbox. There are a total of 22 tools out of place, and the top tool tray was pretty hard to remove. This tool set definitely needs to be improved regarding tool retention. The middle tray includes 1/4 and 1/2-inch drive metric and SAE sockets. The deep sockets are 1/4-inch drive and the regular sockets are 3/8-inch drive. And the Cobalt is made in Vietnam. The Cobalt kit's pretty light at 24.31 pounds. To drain the fuel bowl, we don't have a 10mm wrench, so we'll have to use a ratchet and socket. The ratchet and socket are located in different areas. We're able to drain the fuel, but the Cobalt doesn't have the socket that's needed to change the spark plug. At a price of $150 is this 249-piece FastPro set, and there are 15 tools out of place. The tool ratchets have 72 teeth. The hex keys go up to 3/8 and 10mm, which will cover most of the repair jobs on a modern vehicle. Wrenches include 5/16 to 5/8 and 10 to 17mm. It also includes extensions, nut drivers, and 1/4-inch deep sockets. The other part of the toolkit includes 3/8-inch drive from 5/16 to 7/8 and 11 to 21mm. The kit also comes with a couple of adapters. And the FastPro is made in China. The FastPro is about the same as the Cobalt at just over 24 pounds. All the tools that are needed to change the spark plug are available with the FastPro. With the FastPro, you can choose to use a wrench or a ratchet and socket for the fuel bowl. At a price of $173 is this 247-piece Dewalt set. With the Dewalt set, there's 15 pieces that came out of place. The largest Allen key is 5/16 and 7mm. SAE wrenches 11/32 to 5/8. Sizes 10 to 16mm metric, but unfortunately it does not include a 12mm wrench. For the 3/8-inch drive, the Dewalt includes 10 through 20mm and 1/4-inch to 7/8. Lots of other sockets in the other half of the tool kit. The tool set also includes several socket extensions and adapters. Overall, the Dewalt includes a nice selection of tools that are also well organized. And the Dewalt tool set is made in Taiwan. And the Dewalt weighs just over 33 pounds. The Dewalt has all the right tools for both the spark plug and the fuel bowl. At a price of $230 is this 450-piece Workpro set. The Workpro has around a 45-tooth ratchet. The Workpro had 3 pieces out of place. The largest size for the Allen wrenches is 1/4 inch and 8 millimeters. Wrench sizes include 5/16 to 9/16 and 11 to 17 millimeters. The 3/8 inch ratchet does seem out of place inside the 1/4 inch tool section. Deep sockets include 3/8 to 15/16 and 12 to 19 millimeters. The 3/8 inch drive standard sockets go up to 1 inch and 21 millimeters. There's a pretty nice assortment of adapters in the 1/2 inch drive tool tray, but the 1/2 inch drive socket selection is pretty limited. There's no information on where the Workpro set is manufactured. And the Workpro is the heaviest yet at 41.8 pounds. The Workpro doesn't have a 10mm wrench for the fuel bowl, so we'll have to use a ratchet. To remove the spark plug, I'll have to reach into 2 separate tool trays, and I'll have to use a deep socket since the kit does not include a spark plug socket. At a price of $240 for 497 pieces is this Duratech brand. The Workpro had around a 45-tooth ratchet, but the Duratech claims to have a 90-tooth ratchet. The Allen keys go up to sizes 3/8 and 10 millimeters, which is really good. Wrench sizes include 11 millimeters to 17. It also includes 5/16 to 9/16. There are around 40 zip ties, which I believe is part of the 497 pieces. There are only 6 tools out of place with the Duratech. The Duratech is organized a lot like the Workpro, but the Duratech does include a few more tools. Unfortunately, this tool set just doesn't keep the tool trays in place properly. And the Duratech is made in China. And the Duratech's the heaviest yet at just over 43 pounds. Just like the Workpro, the Duratech does not have a 10mm wrench for the fuel bowl, so we'll have to use a ratchet. To remove the spark plug, I'll have to reach into 2 separate tool trays, and I'll have to use a deep socket since the kit does not include a spark plug socket. At a price of $249 is this 262-piece Craftsman set. The claimant has over $950 of value. With the Craftsman, only 4 tools were out of position. The hex keys go up to sizes 5/16 and 7 millimeters. The Craftsman's ratchets have 72 teeth, and the top tool tray includes mostly 1/4 inch drive tools. There is a lot of wasted space, and I don't like the vertical orientation of the sockets. The middle tray includes 3/8 drive tools with deep socket sizes 10 to 19 millimeters and 3/8 to 3/4. It also includes a couple of extensions. The bottom tray includes a few 1/2 inch drive sockets and adapters, as well as a few wrenches. Unfortunately, you do have to remove the bottom tray in order to get the wrenches out. With wrench sizes 3/8 to 9/16 and 10, 12, 13, and 14 millimeters, you'll definitely want to supplement the wrench set. And the Craftsman tool set is made in Taiwan. And it's 30.5 pounds for the Craftsman. For the fuel bowl drain, I'll have to reach into 2 separate tool trays for the wrench and ratchet. The Craftsman tool set has all the tools needed for the spark plug on 1 tool tray, which is pretty convenient and well organized. Overall, the Craftsman seems better organized than most, but is lacking tools. At a price of $249 is this 300-piece Husky set. They claim their ratchets have 72 teeth for a 5-degree working arc swing. The top tool tray has some 1/2 inch drive tools and a ratchet, but mostly 3/8 drive sockets. The middle tray includes 1/4 and 3/8 drive tools. The bottom tool tray includes wrenches sizes 1/4 inch to 11/16 and 10 millimeters to 18 millimeters. However, there are some missing sizes with the metric wrenches. The hex keys go up to sizes 10 millimeters and 3/8. And there was only 1 tool out of place with the Husky. Packaged in China with goods from Vietnam and mainland China. At about 44.5 pounds, the name Husky seems to fit. For the fuel bowl drain, I'll have to reach into 2 separate tool trays for the wrench and ratchet. To remove the spark plug, I'll have to reach into 2 different tool trays, and the Husky does have the correct size spark plug socket. And the most expensive tool set we'll be testing is this 243-piece Gearwrench set. I did test this set several years ago, but I just want to make sure that the quality has remained just as good. And this is the most comprehensive set of wrenches yet, from sizes 6 millimeters up to size 19. Wrenches include sizes 1/4 inch to 3/4. The Gearwrench comes with 90-tooth ratchets. The top tray includes mostly 1/2 inch tools along with some wrenches. It includes up to 1.5 inch size socket. The largest metric socket is 24 millimeters. The Gearwrench even includes a universal joint. With the Gearwrench set, there are 11 tools out of position. The middle tray is mostly 3/8 inch drive tools. The bottom tray is mostly 1/4 inch drive tools. Packaged in China with goods from Vietnam and mainland China. And the Gearwrench is the heaviest set yet at just about 45 pounds. For changing the spark plug, all the tools are in 1 tray, including the correct spark plug socket. For the fuel bowl, the 10mm wrench is at the top of the toolbox, and the ratchet and socket are in one of the tool trays. This is definitely one of the best organized tool sets in the lineup. Let's test the quality of the wrenches first using this torque wrench calibration tool to measure performance. Let's use these soft coupling nuts, and I'll replace the coupling nuts between testing each of the brands. I've already measured the open end of each of the wrenches, and we'll see how they hold up after all the testing. And the Amazon Basics gave up a little bit early at 447.4 inch-pounds. I'll rotate the coupling nut 180 degrees and test the Amazon Basics once again using the undamaged side of the coupling nut. and it's 413.8 inch-pounds on the second attempt, or about 7.5% loss in performance. And the Vevor gave up even sooner than the Amazon Basics at 427.9 inch-pounds on the first attempt. The Vevor's jaws must be stretched, and it gave up even sooner at 400.3 inch-pounds. The Cobalt moves into the lead at 488.5 inch-pounds, which is actually pretty good for a stubby wrench. The Cobalt performed almost as well on the second attempt at 485.8 inch-pounds. Seems like a pretty durable wrench. And the FastPro is fast to throw in the towel at only 363.6 inch-pounds. And the FastPro improved its performance by just a little to 366.9 inch-pounds on the second attempt. The Dewalt wrench is built like a tank and moves into the lead at 550.2 inch-pounds. The Dewalt continues to impress at 503.8 inch-pounds on the second attempt to hold on to the lead. And the Workpro moves into third place behind the Cobalt at 470.7 inch-pounds on the first try. And the Workpro holds on to third place after the second attempt at 443.4 inch-pounds. The Duratech moves into second place behind the Dewalt at 515.4 inch-pounds on the first attempt. The Duratech moves into the lead over the Dewalt at 512.8 inch-pounds on the second attempt. The Craftsman has very wide jaws, and that helped the Craftsman take the lead from the Duratech at 557.2 inch-pounds. Unfortunately, the Craftsman fell behind the Duratech on the second attempt by a little at 509.2 inch-pounds. The Husky performed about average at 462.1 inch-pounds on the first try, and the Husky lost quite a bit of ground at 424 inch-pounds on the second attempt. The Gearwrench moves into third place at 523.6 inch-pounds on the first try, and the Gearwrench advances to second place just behind the Duratech at 511.5 inch-pounds on the second try. After two attempts, the Duratech came out on top at 512.8 inch-pounds. However, the Gearwrench finished in a very close second at 511.5 inch-pounds, and Craftsman third at 509.2. Let's test the box end of the wrench just one time per wrench. And the Amazon Basics rounded the nut at 1,185 inch-pounds. The Vevor performed a little bit better than the Amazon Basics at 1,204 inch-pounds. And the Cobalt stubby moves into the lead at 1,576 inch-pounds. Once again, the FastPro is fast to throw in the towel at 1,081 inch-pounds. And the Dewalt made it to 1,820 inch-pounds and only partially rounded the nut. Very impressive. And the Workpro stopped working like a pro at 1,351 inch-pounds to move into third place. The Duratech continues to outperform the Workpro at 1,526 inch-pounds. The Craftsman moves into second place behind the Dewalt at 1,730 inch-pounds. And 1,699 inch-pounds for the Husky is almost as good as the Craftsman. The 6-point Gearwrench did not round the nut, but it's now bent pretty badly at 1,352 inch-pounds. So the Dewalt came out on top at 1,820 inch-pounds. Craftsman finished in second place at 1,730 and Husky third at 1,699. The workhorse in just about every tool set is the Ratchet. Manufacturers sell tool sets using ambitious claims about ratchet arc swing and tooth count. So let's test that next. We'll see how many right to left passes it takes for each ratchet to rotate the tester 360 degrees within a 30-degree workspace. The Amazon Basics is making about 14.5 degrees of progress with each right to left pass. And the Amazon Basics completed one full rotation and close to 24.5 right to left passes. The Vevor is performing a little bit better than the Amazon Basics with around 16 degrees of progress with each swing. And the Vevor moves into the lead at close to 22.5 passes. The Cobalt is performing by far the best yet at almost 20 degrees of progress with each right to left pass. And the Cobalt moves into the lead at around 18.1 right to left swings. Unfortunately, the FastPro is really slow at working within a 30-degree space. And the FastPro is finally finished at around 31.6 right to left passes. The Dewalt has a really wide handle, which is really getting in the way of progress. And the Dewalt moves into fourth place behind the Amazon Basics at around 24.7 passes. The Workpro's handle seems a little bit better designed for tight space. And the Workpro performed a little bit better than average at around 23 passes. So far, the Duratech has outperformed the Workpro at most of the testing, and the Duratech continues to perform better than the Workpro in this test at 22.7 passes. The Craftsman also has a very wide handle, and that's hurting his performance in this tight space, and the Craftsman is finished in 24.3 passes. The Husky's handle does seem better designed for tight space than the Craftsman's, and the Husky is finished in close to 24 passes. The Gearwrench 90 tooth is performing better than average at around 17.5 degrees of progress with each pass, and the Gearwrench is finished in around 20.4 passes. So the most efficient ratchet within a 30-degree space on this test is the Cobalt 3/8 inch ratchet. The Gearwrench finished in second place at around 20.4 and Vevor third at close to 22.5 passes. Using a ratchet with a lot of backdrag and tight spaces can really make it challenging at times. If there's enough space, adding resistance to the socket using finger pressure allows the socket to advance, but sometimes that's not an option. Before we test the ratchets to destruction, let's first test their backdrag. And the Amazon Basics did a great job on this test at around 168 grams of backdrag. The Vevor also performed well for backdrag at close to 208 grams. The Cobalt has a great working arc swing and a pretty good backdrag at around 272 grams. The FastPro moves into 4th place behind the Cobalt at around 280 grams. The Dewalt performed fairly well at close to 250 grams of back drag. The Workpro really struggled in this test at close to 466 grams of back drag. The Duratech performed a little bit better than the Workpro at close to 412 grams. The Craftsman has a little bit more back drag than average at around 328 grams. The Husky performed a little bit better than the Craftsman at around 298 grams. The Gearwrench also performed a little bit better than the Craftsman at 316 grams. For back drag, the Amazon Basics came out on top at only 168 grams. The Vevor finished in 2nd place at around 208 grams and Dewalt 3rd at around 250. Let's test the 1/2 inch to 3/8 inch socket adapters next, and let's switch over to foot-pounds. Skipping the Amazon Basics since the tool does not have an adapter. And the Vevor performed well at 223.2 foot-pounds. Skipping the FastPro and the Cobalt since they don't have adapters. And the Dewalt gave up sooner than the Vevor at 187.4 foot-pounds. The Workpro performed almost as well as the Vevor at 220.2 foot-pounds. This time the Duratech trails the Workpro at 207.7 foot-pounds. And the Craftsman broke at 195.2 foot-pounds. And the Husky moves into a commanding lead at 240.9 foot-pounds. And the Gearwrench moves into 2nd place behind the Husky at 228.9 foot-pounds. So the Husky came out on top at 240.9 foot-pounds. Gearwrench finished in 2nd place at 228.9 foot-pounds and Vevor 3rd at 223.2. For a budget ratchet, the Amazon Basics performed well in this test at 263.7 foot-pounds when the drive broke. The Vevor gave up a lot sooner than the Amazon Basics at 224.3 foot-pounds. The drive also broke on the Vevor. And the Cobalt is a very compact ratchet, and I stopped the test when the handle became bent at 258.3 foot-pounds. The FastPro made it to 246.4 foot-pounds when the internal gear teeth experienced catastrophic failure. And the Dewalt continues to impress and moves into the lead at 267.6 foot-pounds. The drive broke on the Dewalt. The Workpro performed well for a budget ratchet at 247.9 foot-pounds, and the drive is now broken. The Duratech performed almost as well as the Workpro at 244.6 foot-pounds, and the gear set is now badly damaged. The Craftsman's low-profile head just isn't designed to handle a lot of torque at only 233.5 foot-pounds, and the drive is now broken. The Husky went from completely happy to really snappy at 264 foot-pounds to move into 2nd place. The Gearwrench has a reputation for strong ratchets, and the Gearwrench moves into the lead at 276.2 foot-pounds. So the Gearwrench finished in 1st place at 276.2 foot-pounds, and Dewalt finished in 2nd place at 267.6 foot-pounds. Husky finished in 3rd at 264. Ratchet head size can become an issue in tight spaces, and the Cobalt is the most compact from side to side at 27.11 millimeters. The Dewalt is also pretty compact at 27.83 millimeters. From front to back, the Craftsman has a very low profile head at only 10.29 millimeters. Husky and Gearwrench are also great in tight spaces at around 12.6 millimeters. Combining front to back and side to side measurements, the Cobalt is the most compact overall at 348.4 square millimeters. Craftsman 355.8 and Dewalt 392.7 square millimeters. Assessing the quality of the toolboxes is highly subjective, but over half the brands receive the best possible rating of 1. Assessing toolbox organization is also highly subjective, and 4 brands receive the best possible rating of 1. Please double check my work before you buy any of the tool sets just to make sure that this chart is accurate. For SAE options, the Gearwrench is the clear winner with the most available sizes. For metric sockets, once again, the Gearwrench seems to offer the best variety of sizes. When it comes to adapters, once again, the Gearwrench is a clear winner for variety. The Gearwrench also has the best set of wrenches. Regarding hex keys or bits, the FastPro has a slight advantage due to having some of the smaller sizes that are not available with the other brands. So which brand is the best? The left side of the scorecard includes some basic information about each tool set that was not included in calculating the winner of the review. I've converted the raw performance data into a first to last place ranking for each of the tool sets. And the Gearwrench has a best average finish of 3.4. If you also take into consideration that the Gearwrench also provides the best tool selection, the $300 price tag seems to make sense. This would definitely be my choice if the budget allows. The Dewalt finished in 2nd place with an average finish of 3.9. If you're okay with having a few less tools, the Dewalt offers a terrific value at a price of well under $200, and it would definitely be my value pick. The Husky is another really good tool set with an average finish of 4.8. However, for a little extra money, I'd much rather have the Gearwrench set. These reviews cost a lot of money and they take quite a bit of time, so a big thank you to everyone that supports the channel. All the videos in this channel are viewer suggested, so if you have a video idea, I hope you'll take time to leave a comment. Thanks so much for watching, please take care, and look forward to next time.